Hey guys, and welcome to Cube 2 Subterranean, and I believe I've filmed this before, but not with Bandicam, and in this episode I'm doing something different. Me and Jose, we were planning to... Where is everybody? I don't know. Me and Jose, we were planning to, you know, do, Is there no one here? Oh, okay. Yeah, there is. We plan to do, a little, what the heck was that? Okay. I don't know what to say about that. Did I grab the flag? So anyway, in this episode, I'm just going to talk about my life, because that's something that, I failed to do on New Year's, so I'm doing it now. And so, I was born in Miami, Florida, and I was born a very boringly calm baby. I was, very low-key, so, you know, I don't know, I mean, I was just like my parents tell me that I was just like a really calm baby, so, I've stayed in, dang it, I've stayed in the, South Florida area pretty much all my life. I think La Canto, where I'm living now, is like the, you know, highest up that I've ever lived, but I have done a lot of traveling, so. I was born about a year and a half after my sister, Emily, and we've pretty much been, but what the freak? Okay. We've pretty much been buddies our whole life, you know, we've always been there for each other, and, so, just, hello, where are we going? To Chinatown, and so, you know, I don't remember much about my early childhood. I remember my 3rd birthday, Spider-Man birthday. That was one of the most amazing birthdays that I've ever had. But, you know, after that, we done goofed, we moved around somewhere in Cape Coral. We ended up moving, I think, to Parkland in, where is that? I don't know. That's somewhere near Boca Raton. I don't know if it's very well known, but that was probably one of the most, like, awesome neighborhoods that I've ever lived in. I just remember, like, you know, climbing the trees was one of my favorite things about that place. And so we moved there in I think 2005, and jeez and balls, I'm getting out of here. So I think in 2008 to 2007, my little sister Ellie was born, and I'm in the wrong place. I'm stupid, sorry. My little sister Ellie was born, and one thing that I probably shouldn't mention, but I am going to, is that we played with the little bloody sack that she was in, and I thought it was really cool. Just gonna shut up about that. Dang it. So yeah. So she was a very wild baby. You know, up to this day, she is one of the most wild friggin' child I've ever. This guy is crazy. She's the most, like, wild person I've ever known, and but I enjoyed her a lot. Oh, that scared me. So, my dad was, during this time, my dad was a pastor at a church, and, the senior pastor, he was like an assistant pastor. The senior pastor was taking some time off, and he had to really step up his game and, start to, you know, take over, or not take over, but, you know, take it take up the place of the senior pastor because he was spending time with his family. And that was pretty tasking for him. He ended up, in this missions trip to Haiti, and the trip just like spent him like physically and mentally so much that he ended up in the hospital when we got back. And the senior pastor like didn't really handle the situation very discreetly. The church thought, I don't know, maybe that he was bonkers, but we ended up being asked to leave the church, and so that was like, like we had, like my dad's doctor, like, told my parents that we could sue the church, and for whatever thing that went down, that I'm not sure quite what went down, but he just let it roll off his shoulders, and just, we just decided to move and start over. And so that's when we ended up in Homestead, Florida, and we moved there in 2009, I believe, right before I turned 9. Crap you. And that was, I mean, from what my mother says, she was just not sure about the place the moment we moved there, but I thought that she was pretty happy with where we ended up. And so, I had grown up. Oh, hey, hold on. I had grown up with 2 sisters, so I never really, got into sports. I really wasn't like a, He-Man sort of guy. I was more very quiet and just kind of, just not, discreet and stuff. And so when I met Jose and Neftali, Marco, all the guys in Homestead, I do believe it was kind of awkward. It was. I'm not going to deny that. I didn't really have any interest playing sports with them because I kind of sucked. Never really had a chance to play sports before. But they were cool with that. Like I really expect, some of them weren't, but most were, and that was pretty awesome. So I met Jordan while he was skateboarding, and he was, he was doing Michael Jackson, gyrating his crotch, basically, on his skateboard. That's when I met him, and God forbid, I don't know how, somehow I hit it off with him. I don't know why, but it happened, and it happened. So, I had some other friends from homeschooling, because I was homeschooling at the time, and they made action videos, and I was like a diehard fan of them. I was just riveted by these action videos that they made with the iPod, and so I was like, dude, we've got to get into this. So I got my friend Jordan to make a, I think, 6-minute movie with me, an action movie, and it sucked. It was complete balls. It wasn't cool at all. 6 minutes of pretty much no action at all. But it sparked my complete love of making movies, and that's pretty much how I freaking, sorry about that. That's pretty much how I got into making movies, basically. The earliest start of YouTube. We just got into making, little small movies, and so, we needed more cast and crew, so we brought Jose and Neftali over, and you know, we made another movie that wasn't that good, and but you know, the other guys, I mean, I guess I can't remember, but I think they were hooked. I mean, I think that they, you know, were really into it, so we started doing that. I think that's when I made the Mission Legacy, and I think for the first 3 episodes of the Mission Legacy, 3 first movies, we would just, you know, go outside and we would film them, and that was pretty much it. Like, that's what we would do. And I would burn them onto a CD. I hadn't really gotten into YouTube yet. Wasn't too into that, but I think, you know, making those movies, like, you know, that's when me and Jose and Neftali and Jordan, like, really started bonding, and so because of that, I had the brass to eventually ask Jose to come to a camp at Daytona Beach with me, because we had one free spot. And so he ended up coming, and we went to the camp called Big Stuff, and you know, it was boring. It was it was a pretty cool camp. I mean, I had fun. We ended up, I mean, I don't even know how, but we just ended up talking about, am I supposed to, well, there's no one here, but I'll keep on talking, regardless. Somehow we ended up talking about, getting into YouTube, and, you know, starting a YouTube channel, and, I mean, we just got fired up. You know, I don't know. You know, I think it was his idea. We talked about mainly more like, you know, actual movies that we were gonna film. I wasn't quite aware on how big gaming was on YouTube, but you know, we started that, and boom, that was, you know, that Big Stuff camp, like, that was like one of the, I mean, that's pretty much the only reason why that this YouTube thing is on, and that, you know, me and Jose are such good friends. And you know, that was just pretty freaking awesome. So when we got home, we just started a YouTube channel, and that's how the whole thing went down. And you know, later, my dad had found a church that we thought we could really settle into, and so we were there for, I think, a couple of, 3-4 years, and the church was really, it was a really, like, stale church that didn't want to change. And you know, my dad tried to change it, you know, to a more contemporary, modern church, and you know, the church just didn't like it, and you know, bad things went down. The church had actually tore through 2 other pastors that quit, and that actually ended up, you know, that's what we did. I mean, we you know, pulled away from the church, and my mom really, like, you know, she was just really depressed, didn't like the area that we were living in, so we decided to move up to Lecanto, just start things afresh, and is a perfect ninja attack. But I mean, you know, that's how we ended up here, and yeah. So you know, I had someone ask me once, why I still did the YouTube channel, and, you know, he just, you know, he was like, you know, you guys aren't getting any views, you don't have any subs.
Health boost
I mean,
in 10 seconds.
you know, the friends that, you know, the guys that you used to do this with, you know, they're gone. I mean, what are you doing, man? And I was like, you know what? I'm doing this YouTube channel because I have a friend who's doing it with me, and you know, because of that confrontation, I decided that me and Jose really had to stay in touch, and that's where I came up with the Real Talk. And I mean, that's how the whole thing pretty much went down. Ooh, I never been down here. So yeah, it's pretty good to know that when you're working on something, you're busy. You know, doing YouTube really takes up a lot of your time, and it's good to know that someone's got your back. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I am up to this point. I am in Lecanto, Florida. Except for assassins who kill YouTubers, my name is Richard Nixon, and I live in Australia. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!